your boom, let's get it on, but it boom, bop, beep, bop, skip, bop, a deep, bop, boop, skit, up, cat, boom, bop, deep, sit, bop, deep, bop, skip, bop, deep, bop, sit, boop, bop, cat, deep, bop, boop, skip, bop, boop, bop, deep, boop, beep, bop, boop. Skip bop doo bop bop dee ba doo whip boo bop doo bop boop bop doo skip bop doo bop boop bop bip doo bop dee ba doo whip bop skid up bop 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 bip bop yeah bop scoop bop dee ba little little bop boop boop bop bop doo bop doo yeah let's get bop beep bop boop bop beep bop boop bop. What's up, guys? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Two Honks podcast, where a rising honk pushes all honks. My name is Joe Little, sitting across from me this evening, sipping his brew, is Lamar Costin. How are we this fine December evening that is very cold, by the way?
Right.
How are we, Lamar?
I'm pleased and privileged to be warm right now because it is not pleasant out there, folks. It's cold and wet, and those are the two worst elements of nature combined into one terrible thing.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That we call winter.
Well, when you're wet, you're cold anyway. Even if it's warm outside, you can still be cold.
Right.
But when it's already cold and you're wet as well, that's where things get dicey.
It impairs all aspects of bodily function. Mm-hmm. I was at Trader Joe's earlier today. Yeah. And I saw a guy busking with an electric guitar and a little amp outside. Huh. And he was shredding, dude. He was playing Zeppelin and like some of those other old bands. And his fingers were like red. They were cold. Yeah. It's like, how are you doing this, dude?
How is he? He must be hard up for cash.
I think he was like wasted. But
okay.
Maybe that's why it didn't impair him. But you think about cold things, they just like shrink everything. Yeah. So it makes your hands hurt. Have you ever tried to play guitar when it's cold out?
Yeah, it's not fun.
It sucks.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Even in times of my life where I was very, down on my luck and really needed money, and the only way to make the money was to go busking,
You never played Def Leppard outside of Trader Joe's?
I would still, retreat in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it sucks.
I'd start making phone calls. Back in the day, we used to use Craigslist. Remember Craigslist?
Do you remember phones? You made phone calls. And what is that exactly?
Yeah. Phone calls.
What do you do? How do you do that?
How do you do that now?
Do people do that?
But you used to be able to go on this website called Craigslist, right?
Okay. Never heard of it.
People would post something called jobs.
Okay.
On this website called Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craig? Who's Craig? I don't know.
Sounds like an asshole.
He's got a list, and it's a way to get this thing called a job.
He's trying to make everybody work, I guess.
Yeah. But I used to be able to do that. I used to just be able to grab the phone and call the number that was on Craig's list.
Okay.
And I would be able to call the guy, and he would say, "Hey, do you have a pulse?
Yeah.
And can you lift heavy things?" And I would say, yes. And I would go down, and they would then pay me money for this thing you call a job.
Really?
And it would be small jobs,
Yeah.
But that's what I would do when it was cold outside instead of busking. I would call Craig, and I would talk to him about his list.
Yeah.
Well,
I gave this guy $5. So.
Wow.
But in part because
what a guy.
I was like, this seems really uncomfortable to be out here doing this. But honestly, because he was shredding it. He was killing it. He was even fret tapping a little bit.
What Def Leppard song was he playing?
I don't know a single Def Leppard song.
Yeah.
He also told me he was playing Thin Lizzy another band I've never heard of. I think it
Lizzy
sounds made up.
They do The Boys. The Boys are back in town. That's Thin Lizzy.
Oh, well, it's kind of an awful song.
Did you mess up the camera setting?
I didn't quite get it perfect, and I want this to be picture perfect.
You did it wrong.
I've never heard of these bands. He did play one riff that I recognize, and I think it's Zepp.
Yeah. It was a Zeppelin song.
I think it was a Zeppelin song.
Really? Was he singing?
He sang really terribly.
Yeah.
His guitar playing. I mean, most guitar players can't play guitar.
Yeah.
He was pretty good, though, on the guitar.
Was he an older guy? Does he look like he might know about Craig and Craig's list?
He looked like he might have been Craig, and things did not go well for Craig, it looks like.
Yeah.
He ends up...
I've heard that Craig's fallen on hard times.
He was craggly looking.
Not too many people are looking at Craig's crusty list.
Craig was craggly, and he was killing on the guitar. I'll say that much.
Right on.
But so that's what's happening. The weather is awful, and it's going to be like this forever now, I think.
Yeah, it's never going to. Yeah,
this is how it is now.
It's always going to be like this.
Yeah.
It will never be over.
So I'm glad that we have our extremely strong. This is like 3 or 4 times stronger than last time. This coffee.
Yes.
It's not your grandpa's cough medicine.
We're zipping right through these episodes now.
Should we mention to people that this is our 40th?
This is our 40th episode, guys.
Can you believe we've been talking about absolutely nothing for that long?
How much subject matter is there in the universe?
Yeah.
Let's talk about all of it. Let's figure it all out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we talked about butts for like 4 or 5 or 6 episodes out of those 40.
4 to 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of butts, I don't know if we want to bring this up now or not, but we did get an email.
Yes.
Do you want to explain it? I mean, several episodes ago, we haven't even talked about this in several episodes. We asked people to send us an email describing their poop to us.
Yeah. But we wanted them to describe their poop.
Just to describe it.
You don't send us the pictures of the... Don't take... What are you doing with your phone in a toilet bowl?
Right, don't do that.
Why did you do that?
So...
Well, don't take pictures of it.
Yeah.
Just look at it. Write a paragraph and tell us how it makes you feel. That's all we want.
Don't send your pictures of your poop to us. And we said that many times.
Yeah.
And we still kept receiving poop. And then for a long time, no poop.
They stopped. I thought we were in the clear.
I thought we were done.
Yeah.
I thought we had moved on. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
a
few days ago, we get another poop picture.
Yeah, we get another poop.
And should we call out this person?
We did some investigatory work because the email address was from Satchmo Jones.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Satchmo Jones, and we had to dig deep there.
And should we go ahead and tell them that we are looking into legal action?
Yeah.
We're gonna cease and desist Satchmo.
You're going to be receiving a cease and desist shortly. Our attorneys will be contacting you about your activities.
You can't be flinging these poop pictures at us.
You can't do it. It's like sending unsolicited dick pics. Nobody wants to look at that.
Right.
I mean, we didn't ask for it.
We specifically...
Stop sending us pictures of your poop.
Of your dang poop.
Stop it.
We don't need it. We poop also.
We see plenty.
We see
plenty of poop.
This is a little bit of a sidetrack here, but Satchmo, just know our lawyers will be talking with your people.
Yeah.
I found out recently that Kim Jong-un, am I saying that right? Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un.
Does not poop.
He does not
I just
poop.
found that out recently. He doesn't pee or poop.
That is great.
Isn't that cool?
He never has to do anything disgusting.
So we know it's not him sending us the pictures of the poop because he doesn't do it.
He doesn't,
So that's one person we don't have to worry about.
He's free of that. Yeah. You know?
So if people could just be more like that, that'd be great.
I heard a rumor. Now, this is just a rumor.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people out there are big fans of Kim Jong-un. I don't want to say anything bad about the guy, you know. Right. I don't want to get canceled.
Oh God,
nobody wants to get canceled for saying bad things about people. So I'm going to stay away from saying anything bad about Kim Jong-un.
Right.
You know. But I heard a rumor that he may be autistic.
Okay.
Do you think he's autistic? Do you think that maybe he's autistic?
I'd be willing to believe it.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of things that they pointed to, and it was one of the things that they pointed to was that he holds hands with one of his guards.
Okay.
When he walks around places, and that's like how he,
is that an autistic
I guess,
thing?
feels safe.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
I
just
don't think that's an autistic thing, though.
Doesn't that just mean you're like friendly?
Yeah, because autistic people don't really like touch.
Right.
They don't like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
But so the evidence was weird. And I know that everybody out there has a lot of respect for Kim Jong-un. I know you guys love him. I know you love him a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say anything bad about him, but he might be autistic. That's all I'm saying.
And that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's actually cool now.
Yeah.
I think
it's pretty cool. I think it's in.
Yeah.
You know?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to share something interesting that happened to me today. I was eating a bagel, and I was thinking, as I always do when I eat bagels, of how amazing our bodies are. Mm-hmm. You know, I was just sitting there looking out the window and just thinking about, for some reason, I started thinking about my tongue, and I started paying attention to my tongue as I'm eating this bagel, right? Delicious bagel, by the way. And my tongue is it moves food chunks around to the right space in your mouth.
What was on the bagel? What kind of bagel are we talking about?
I went with, was
this an everything bagel?
It was an everything bagel, of course.
Yeah.
And I went with a salmon cream cheese.
Okay.
I don't want to sound fancy, but
wow,
it was a salmon cream cheese.
Yeah.
It was delicious. But so I'm paying attention to my tongue, and if you ever do this, be careful, because what happened to me was I was paying attention to my tongue, moving the things around.
Yes.
It does all kinds of intricate work. It flattens, it folds, it shape shifts around.
Yeah.
And it pushes the food around as I was paying attention to it. Like this happens when you watch things, they change. Mm-hmm. My tongue went too far underneath my teeth, and I chomped right into it.
Wow.
And it was about a 5 out of 10. If 10 was like bit my tongue off.
Yeah.
It was like a 5. So I had some bleeding happening. I was like, oh no, this is going to cause more tongue bites in the future, because it's going to swell up and it's going to get in the way a lot more.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. This is your first time getting your tongue bitten off.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's had their tongue bitten at some point, and usually it's by themselves.
Yeah. And it regenerates. Thank God.
If somebody else bites your tongue, I don't know who you're kissing.
What you do in the bedroom is your own business.
Yeah.
But
find someone else to kiss if they're biting your tongue. That's all I got to say.
Right.
My granddad taught me that.
So later on, this podcast is going to be all about things that I eat.
Okay.
And later on, I'm eating a carrot because I think carrots are healthy.
Yes.
I'm trying to be healthy.
Well,
And
you'd be right.
as I'm eating the carrot, I start thinking about my tongue again.
Yeah.
And you think you know where this is going, but you don't, okay? Stop trying to guess. I didn't bite my tongue again. This time I was more careful with my tongue.
Yeah.
The way I was moving it around, but what I was doing this time was paying attention to the acrobatics. Acrobatics. Aquabatics.
The acros.
Aquabatics.
A lot of people talk about macros. They don't talk about your tongue's acros.
And it was doing all kinds of twists and turns. And I just wanted to share a couple of the moves that my tongue did.
Okay.
It did 150. I counted these. I had my phone out and I just started counting. 150 triple Lutz and Bielmann spins.
Bielmann spins.
Yeah, 150. But eating one carrot, by the way. The tongue is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I did a quadruple axle triple toe loop on the home stretch when I was down in the very last bit of it.
Whoa.
And before that happened, I went into a flying camel and a spiral sequence.
Flying camel?
I'm sure you guys have seen this before in other gymnastics and ice skating kind of routines.
Yes.
But I almost did a camel also.
Wow.
But instead, the flying sequence turned into the home stretch there.
Well, we were discussing this as well, and the acrobatics of the tongue are a very fascinating thing because it's written into our DNA.
Right, nobody teaches you how to do this.
Yeah, you think about it when you're a baby and you first, start eating solid food, you start with real soft stuff. You get mashed potatoes, you get bananas.
Because your tongue's just like all over the place.
Yeah, you can't do anything. And then gradually, as your teeth start coming in, you start getting, harder and harder foods to bite into.
Right.
And eventually you just know it.
You have to tame it almost. It's almost like a wild creature that you have to tame.
Nobody taught me how to do a triple Lutz with my tongue.
Right.
But I know how to do it.
I bet most people
do that much.
If you pay attention, you'll see it's doing all kinds of crazy twists and turns and flips.
Yeah.
Back spins.
Focus on your tongue.
Just be careful, though, because you're going to bite it off.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that, but it's still interesting.
Don't bite it.
Don't bite it off.
Don't bite it. You don't want to bite it.
But isn't that odd that that our bodies do so many things like subconsciously that we don't even think about, and then when we think about it, it changes. Like our breathing. Mm-hmm. Our breathing is normal, and then you think about it, and it's like, oh shit! Now it's like, how do I breathe normally again? Or blinking. Blinking is another great one. If you're tripping on acid, I highly recommend just thinking about breathing a lot and you're blinking, and see how that goes for you.
What about? Okay, so here's one thing I watched the other day. I watched a video about film editing.
Okay.
And he was telling me, and the guy in the video, he had to edit a film about film editing, but that's another conversation for another day.
Right.
But he was talking about how when you watch a movie or like anything professional, they change the camera angle every 3 to 5 seconds.
Right.
And now, every time I watch a movie, like I was watching Saturday Night Live last night with my wife.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even pay attention to the show because I just kept on noticing the fact that they changed the camera angle every 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it was starting to drive me mad. Like,
right.
What can't they just have one camera angle?
Right.
My brain, I can't compute all of these things, you know?
That's changed though. Like, I think as our attentions have gotten fractured by like all this media consumption, the media has changed to just make us crazier and crazier. Because back in the day, you had like Alfred Hitchcock. He was famous for doing like one shot, you know, one shot for like 20 minutes. Or even like one shot for the whole movie, you know.
Exactly.
Which is why we're doing one angle on our podcast.
One angle.
This is about focusing your attention, people.
You're never going to get multiple angles at the Two Honks podcast.
It's not because we're lazy.
We're simple guys. We're simple.
Right.
We're simple.
And we want you to hone it in and sharpen like a scalpel, if you will.
Focus on me.
Laser cutting your attention.
Focus on the things that I say.
If we had a bunch of crazy camera angles, then we wouldn't need to have content. We could just...
Yeah.
We wouldn't even need to... We could be like, blah, blah, blah.
The most we'll ever do is if we have a guest in here.
Yeah.
They'll probably end up sitting right there, and we'll put a GoPro right there. So we get 2 angles, and we can see the other...
Yeah.
Other chump that comes in
a couple
here.
GoPro. We got 100 GoPros laying around. It's not like we don't have the equipment or the money, people.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Yeah.
We're not lazy.
Well, anyway, I think it's a good time to mention our sponsor.
Okay.
Especially since we're live on Instagram here as well. Hi, Instagram.
Hey, what's up?
Watching us? No. No, nobody's watching us.
Nobody's ever watched or heard an episode of the show.
Yep, ever. We've done 40 of them, too.
40 fucking episodes
40 fucking
of
episodes.
Absolutely no content.
Yep.
And nobody's ever heard it.
But you'll have to check out our new sponsor here. Go to swordshirts.com. Use the code 2honks20 for 20% off your first sword shirt.
Sword shirts.
Fun shirts like a bed with swords on it, and it just says bed swords.
Bed swords.
I flew so high I soared. It's just a guy turning into a sword as he flies higher.
Right.
I ran a lot yesterday, and now I'm soared.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It's really hilarious stuff. And nobody that works there is racist, so we decided to work with them.
And it's funny, but it's also it's clothing you can wear. So it's not just like you can't wear humor.
Yeah. You can't wear you
can't put on a joke.
You just are it.
A joke doesn't keep you warm on a cold night, but a sword shirt actually will hide your nipples.
Yeah.
Because society doesn't want to see that.
Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to see that.
And it will probably keep you warm too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's just a lot of things about it. There's a lot of reasons we decided to go with sword shirts. And sword shirts, they're good guys. They're good guys over there at swordshirts.com.
They're good people.
Good people.
And we like it.
That's why we work with them.
We did it because we like them and it's funny.
It's funny. Their business is funny. They have a funny business.
They're funny shirts.
I like them. All right. So that's part 1. We're going to be back with part 2 shortly here.
Yeah.
We got some real bangers coming up for you guys.
Yeah, we're going to rip out some more coffee here, and then we'll be back in a second.
Like and subscribe. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
We are back.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
That was a really refreshing break.
That was a really refreshing break.
I feel refreshed. My fluids have been refreshed in both directions. We got a new cup of coffee here.
Yeah.
And an empty bladder. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to fill it back up again. And that's what we do, right?
That's essentially the purpose of life.
When you take out all the other bullshit that we do throughout the day, we're just kind of filling our bodies up and emptying them.
Yeah.
With the exception of Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Who only fills up.
He only fills up.
That's why he's so fat. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's why, he's well taken care of.
I should say...
Good guy.
Super nice, man.
Really good guy.
Super friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our 40th episode extravaganza.
Yeah, so naturally...
This is a big deal, guys.
Naturally, I mean, we wanted to talk about a couple of things that we haven't talked about because that's what we do every episode. We're always talking about something new.
Every time you tune in, we're just flapping our gums.
We're really...
About something.
Because we're really interesting people. And that's not something that you can hold against us.
Interesting people think about and say things that are fun and interesting.
And that's why we have a podcast.
Yeah.
But we wanted to... I wanted to, anyway, rate on a scale... natural disasters.
Okay.
And I want to rate them in the list in the idea that which natural disaster would you most want to die in?
How would you want to die in what disaster?
In what natural disaster? Because there's a few of them out there. There's a lot of natural disasters that can occur.
Can I drown in a volcano?
Well,
is that possible?
I think you'd burn up before you drown.
You can't drown in lava.
Yeah. You can't drown in lava because you'd be on fire before you drowned.
Right. Okay.
But drowning is the worst one to me.
I agree with that. I think drowning would probably be the worst.
Dying in a flood or in a tsunami.
No, thanks.
Not my thing.
I'm going to pass on that. Thanks.
Yeah. Not doing that one.
Yeah, I'm going to say thanks, but no thanks on that.
Unless a tsunami just happened to occur while I was asleep.
But it would probably wake you up.
Well, I mean, what if it didn't, though?
What if you were really asleep?
What if the tsunami just went straight down onto you?
Like the wave?
Yeah, and it just crashed on you and you just died on impact.
Yeah, I think if you died from the pressure of the wave actually hitting you, that would be a different story. Because if you were eviscerated, that's a word.
Yeah.
If you were eviscerated by the pressure of a gigantic wave of water weighs a lot.
Yeah.
Do people know that? Water weighs a ton.
Yeah.
I think a cubic meter of water weighs a ton or something like that.
Yeah.
Like 2,000 pounds.
Exactly.
That's a heavy load hitting you right in their face. I would say that would be pretty instantaneous.
Yeah.
You would pretty much not suffer much. And I think that's a big factor for me.
Yeah, that's a big factor.
I don't like suffering. So
as far as, natural disasters, here's another one.
Yeah.
Sinkholes.
Oh.
What if you fell in a sinkhole?
I never thought of that.
What if we were just sitting right here and all of a sudden, sinkhole?
Because there's stuff happening underneath the ground that we can't see.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
There are dangerous things happening underneath the soil.
They occur. They engulf houses.
It's the living thing down there.
Would it be instantaneous? Would it just crush your house under the ground and you'd just be out like that?
You could get trapped in there for a while.
Yeah.
Potentially. And you better hope that you've got some crackers to eat.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get hungry.
Well, luckily I live in a house full of crackers.
Okay.
And the other thing is I'm always here. So that might be the only... well,
that's the only way you could die.
That might be the only... Yeah, exactly.
Sinkhole. If a sinkhole is your biggest worry in life, I think you're doing okay.
Yeah, I think you're doing all right.
Yeah.
So I guess that means I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're fine.
That's good. I'm glad I'm doing good.
Now,
I'm glad I'm doing well.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's something that does happen. Tornadoes.
Yeah.
There have been some tornadoes recently that took some people's lives.
Yeah.
And I think that would be pretty terrifying to have a great wind upon you.
Yeah. But what if you got to experience the joy of flight right before you died?
Yeah.
What if you got to experience getting lifted off the ground and just going up into the air?
Right.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool? You know?
If that's the way you died from a tornado, that might be the best way you could go. And if you got lifted into the cyclone and like...
Yeah.
Were...
Because more than likely,
flying,
the tornado would just knock something over, and that thing would hit you, and you would die.
Well, the other thing to worry about with tornadoes is projectiles. My understanding is like because of the way that it whips things around.
If you get impaled quickly,
you could get impaled by like I've seen video evidence of like pine needles like going through things.
Yeah,
like going through wood and things.
So would you rather die by getting impaled, or would you rather die by drowning?
That's a tough one. I would still go with impaled, I think.
Yeah. What about getting impaled or being lifted into the air?
Can I have both?
Can you get impaled and lifted into the air?
Yeah.
So would that be lifted into the air and then impaled, or impaled and then lifted in the air?
I would like to get lifted and then impaled.
Lifted and then impaled.
Because then I think I'd be so exhilarated that I'm flying.
That would be the best way to die in a tornado, for sure.
I'd be like, hey, does anybody see this? I'm flying right now.
Yeah.
And then you get impaled.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, guys, look at me. I'm flying. And there you go.
That'd make a cool video.
Yeah.
Too.
I would prefer to go that way.
Yeah.
I would definitely take that over getting burned by lava in a volcanic
I don't like
explosion.
I don't like it too hot.
Yeah.
I don't like it to getting too hot.
Well, and that kind of leads to another one. Another a type of natural disaster is earthquakes.
Right. And we're due for one here, right?
Yeah.
I've been hearing word
that could be the most real threat facing us here in Portland, Oregon. Now.
Yeah. Since I moved out here about eight years ago, I've been told that the big one is upon us.
Yeah.
And if that happens, it could lead to some interesting consequences.
Yeah.
I don't think the earthquake itself would be the cause of any major mortal worry here. Mm-hmm. But I think that the consequences of that would be like flooding.
Yeah.
And I think to die from flooding would probably be kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, it would be kind of uncomfortable, but...
I don't want to get swept around.
You know, I mean, if an earthquake happens, I guess there's the possibility that something could fall, hit you on the head, and then you would go that way.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Be over in a flash. And you wouldn't even really have to feel any, like, pain, you know?
Right.
It might be a good way to go. I don't know.
Could be.
I'd give it a shot.
And the other option is like if a lot of water starts coming towards you and you have a surfboard handy, you can always just, if you know what you're doing,
you can grab a sick wave. You can
hang 10 and just cruise. Maybe you could cruise from here to like Astoria. I don't know.
Yeah.
Depending on which way the water's going.
One wave all the way.
You could take it to Nebraska.
Yeah. Go toward the ocean.
Right.
From here.
Right.
Because that makes sense.
Go there and then come back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The water moves forward and it comes back. It goes both directions.
Yeah. It zips kind of a circular thing.
Right. The water is very fluid in a way.
Yeah.
In a certain way.
The water is fluid.
It is fluid. That's in many ways.
Part of it. Yeah. In many ways it's fluid, and then in other ways it's water.
Water is fluid because it's water.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about that lately. I'm glad we finally got it out there.
Me too. It's been really bugging me.
It's bothered me too.
I wanted to change subjects here if we can.
We can do that.
I recently came across this quote by George Carlin that I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, and I think it still holds true.
George Carlin fans?
Anybody heard of him?
Anybody out there? Like and subscribe. Okay.
George Carlin said, think of how stupid the average person is and realize half of them are stupider than that.
Yeah.
And I think that we should talk about it. Because is that true? I mean, what do you think about that?
I think I'm smarter than half of those people.
Well, I know that I'm smarter than the average person.
Yeah, I'm above average.
So
my mom told me.
Yeah.
So.
And the other thing is like.
And it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
40th episode.
Yeah, 40th episode on my mom's birthday
episode.
Look at how that worked out.
So here's the other thing. When I'm driving in my car in Portland, often, I mean, probably 9 times out of 10 when I'm driving, the person in front of me is doing the wrong things and not driving properly. The person behind me is out of control.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be behind the wheel.
Every single time.
So I'm the only person who's reasonable, who's smart, who's driving well. How is it possible that in all directions, I only see bad drivers in Portland?
I don't know.
Ever.
I don't know. I get this a lot too. I think that everyone is a bad driver.
Is it possible that everybody feels that way?
I think I'm a better driver than everyone, and I think everyone feels like that too.
Do you think the person behind me is like, why does this guy have a car?
Yeah.
You know, like, who's this asshole?
Yeah, like if you're you and you're driving behind me,
right,
then I'm a bad driver.
Yeah.
But if I'm me and I'm driving behind you, then you're a bad driver.
Right.
That's the only qualification it takes for somebody to be a bad driver.
So yeah,
it's really easy to be a bad driver.
So everybody's actually awful.
Yeah.
And terrible.
But we all think we're great.
So in George Carlin's quote here, that, you know, the average person is really stupid and half of those people are even dumber than that, might not be true then. It might be the case that everybody's a moron.
Yeah.
Everybody's actually stupid.
Is
that true?
Stupid person that thinks they're smart? Is that a qualification for a moron? Is like, what is the definition of moron?
Does George Carlin, does that make him an idiot because he said that?
Yeah, I think it does.
It's like projection. He's just like, no, don't look at me because I'm smarter than you guys.
Yeah.
It's like, actually, you're an idiot.
But actually, he's a really big, fat, stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be the biggest idiot of all of us.
Yeah. That's probably it. Yeah. And everybody loves George Carlin. Everybody's like, oh, George Carlin, you're so great. Oh, funny person. I love your stand-up comedy. Oh, my gosh, you're so funny. What an original guy.
He's smart and funny.
But he's actually a really big idiot, and he's dumb, and he's stupid.
He's a big, stupid dummy.
He's a big idiot. Moron.
Dickhead.
Yep. But anyway, you know... I think you could say that about a lot of celebrities, though, because a lot of people out there, everybody, why is everyone obsessed with Beyonce? What's going on there?
I don't know a single thing that Beyonce has done.
I know some things.
You know some things about her.
Destiny's Child. Hello.
Is that her child?
Why are we obsessed with her, though? What's special about her?
What is the name is interesting. The name is different.
She's got an interesting name.
Yeah.
But I think that she might be dumb. She might be as stupid. Really? She might be as stupid as we are. She might be as stupid as everybody else.
Okay, well, I have to take issue there because if you're on TV, if you're signed to a label, if you have music recorded out there and you're playing shows, and if you're on soap operas or whatever, you deserve to be there because you're a really good person. You're smart.
You're right about that. You're right. Everybody that's on TV deserves to be there.
They deserve our attention and they deserve our praise and money.
100%. Right? They deserve all of the money that they make.
Yeah.
They deserve our attention. Oh, they deserve our praise, really.
Yeah.
Like, we need to continue to put celebrities on a pedestal. And this is, I'm getting a little bit hot right now.
I just noticed the temperature in the room just picked up.
I'm getting a little bit heated because we need to praise celebrities more.
Right.
Why are we not praising celebrities more?
They're on TV for a reason, and that's because they're good.
That's because they're better than us.
Yeah.
We need to look to them for our worldviews.
We're just peasants.
First of all.
Right.
We need to let them think for us because they're so great.
They're doing something right. They don't just let any old jacko on TV.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to have religion. I used to believe in like God, but now I don't because I have celebrities. Right. So there we go.
Yeah.
And the best part about celebrities is they never let you down.
Right.
They never do anything wrong.
Well, my favorite, they're very, like, everything they do is really interesting and funny.
Yeah.
And it makes me laugh a lot. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like about them.
Yeah.
Is that they're funny, and they can be serious. Yeah. Sometimes too, and make you like think and maybe cry too.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like pretty powerful.
But there's new waves of celebrity. There's new ways to be a celebrity that are coming up now.
Oh, really?
Like the people on the TikTok, right? The people on the talk that are ticking. I like the people that do the videos where they're changing their clothes.
That's funny.
But they don't. Yeah, but they're not like changing.
They don't
their
even
clothes.
really change.
You don't see them change their clothes.
That's really good.
They're just their clothes changed.
That's so clever.
That's so cool, man.
So
I
cool.
can't get enough of them. I want to see more.
Yeah.
I want to see those guys do it all the time because they deserve.
Why aren't more people doing that?
They deserve our attention.
It's so interesting and clever.
Yeah. So do yourself a favor. Put on an outfit. Turn on a video camera. Jump in the air. And then turn off the camera. And then come back later with a different outfit.
Okay.
Film yourself again jumping in the air. And splice those two bits of film together. There you go.
That's so fun.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You're famous.
That's so original and funny.
It's so original and great.
And when you watch it after it's edited, you're like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's magic.
A lot of people say it's about fashion. I think it's about godliness.
Yeah.
That's what I think it's about.
It does make me want to give them money for some reason.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to hand them money.
You know what I'd like to do is watch some advertisements before the videos. I love to watch like a 6 to 30 second advertisement.
Yeah.
Before each of those.
That's great.
That's my favorite thing.
Those are my favorites.
Because then you can you know what they want you to buy, and that's how I get to be cooler.
Yeah.
Like they are.
Exactly. I buy everything they tell me to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, me too.
I do. I mean, I got I bought a beard strip. I bought this T-shirt from a targeted ad on the internet.
Yeah.
They said, hey, this guy likes Tom Waits. Let's advertise a Tom Waits shirt to him.
Right.
And the best part about it is now you can't read anything on the shirt. And you can't even tell that it's a Tom Waits shirt.
Even cooler now.
That's the best part about it because it's worn in. It's worn in.
Right.
You know?
That's so interesting.
It's one of the things that makes me special.
It makes you more nuanced than you already were. And you're already such a complex and evolved. And
we're really complex guys, and nobody's getting this. No one understands.
Do you think at some point we might be like celebrities?
I think maybe. I think we might be celebrities now.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I mean, how many people are watching us? None?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's good, right?
That's it.
That's a good thing.
That's a really good thing.
We've done 40 episodes. If you do the math on that, I think we're damn near about 40 hours because we did longer episodes for a while.
I think we're over 40 hours.
We've got a lot of talking on the internet,
and there's still more things to talk about.
We haven't even gotten to one percentage of the bullshit that we have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we've got so many things cooking in the fire.
Yeah.
Just so many things around the cooker.
There's so much time to waste and so little to do it in.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think that's a goal. It's just we want to waste your time. I want to waste my own time.
Well, yeah, that's a given. I mean, I was going to waste my time either way.
Yeah.
So I want to spread that to the world as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because we're in trying times, right? I mean, I don't want to use the word unprecedented, but here we are.
Yeah. In
unprecedented times.
There's a damn earthquake about to blow.
I think everybody needs a break. Everybody needs some buddies. We're too serious. Can we stop being so serious?
Yeah.
Why are we so damn serious all the time?
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
Why do we have to do that?
I'm sick of that.
Why do we have to have opinions? Why do we have to have opinions about everything?
Why does everybody have to say everything?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I have lots of friends that are just like, hey, did you hear about this thing? What do you think? I'm like, I don't think anything because I don't have any opinions on it.
I don't think thanks.
I'm tired of having opinions.
Right.
I don't need them.
Right. We don't need them either.
Opinions are beneath me.
Opinions are kind of old school.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares?
It's like, who am I? My father? Am I my dad?
It's like, well, actually, the thing about that is, you're wrong because of this and that.
Yeah.
Well, science says,
well, the thing about gun control. You know, I don't want to talk about it. Why are we talking about it?
Right.
I don't care.
And nobody actually knows anything at all.
Yeah.
Right?
When people go on the internet and they're like, Republicans do this, and Democrats do this, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. What do they do? Are they people?
Right.
Are they people doing people things?
Sounds like people doing people stuff.
That's what people do, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
People do all kinds of things.
Oh, shoot. There's more people killing each other in the streets?
That's what people do.
That's what people do.
Yeah.
That's just what. Why are we surprised? What
And
are we doing?
Another thing people do is pee and poop, except for one person.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un.
Really great guy.
Really good guy.
Such a good guy.
Really friendly, really generous too.
Really generous, man. He does so much for his people.
Pee and poop.
Yeah. Well.
Nerd!